In my family, nobody was a musician, and art in any form was not taken seriously.
Because that time, any middle class family, either you become a doctor or an engineer.
If the guru thinks that you are worth carrying forward his legacy, then guru will endorse you by tying this knot around your hand. The fusion first started in the 60s
Okay.
with Ravi Shankarji and Lord Yehudi Menuhin when they did East Meets West. When I was traveling as a young boy, I always saw the sacred music festivals, all of these festivals, that folk artists from Algeria, from Tunisia, from Kenya, they'll come and perform, singing in Swahili, in their language, in French sometimes. We wouldn't understand their language, but that whole power of music.
The worst part is everything is auto-tuned. Everything is auto-tuned.
Absolutely.
Be it singing, be it music, be it everything. So, standing now, the future of musicians, especially that classical Hindustani music and our tradition, is almost getting lost.
AI will never be able to perform on my behalf. A teacher is not allowed to scold you.
Yes, absolutely.
That's Occidental thought process.
I have got so much of beatings in my life, especially.
That changed you.
Absolutely shaped me.
If
It is
my
also
teachers were not
required.
there, that is absolutely necessary.
See, the Bengali mentality, what we have, they say it's a crab mentality that you also don't let grow and don't let the others grow. Is working over here, and that's why we are feeling that devastated.
I don't agree to that. She could do it or he could do it because he has the connections. He has the money. I have the connections. I build it myself. You don't have the connections, that is your problem. You don't deserve it.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Moon and this is Beyond the Scrubs podcast. And today you won't imagine who is the important personalities with me. He is a multifaceted person. He is not only an Tabla maestro, he's an entertainer, he's a composer, music director, and he's associated with many, many Grammy Award nominated and also Grammy Award winning tracks with Pandit Ravi Shankar. And he is himself an entrepreneur. He himself is a multifaceted person. He himself is a composer. He himself has composed many musics. He is a music director. He is a percussionist himself. And he is none other than Pandit Tanmoy Bose. Hello, Dada.
Namaskar, Moon. You are very kind. Thank you for your
I can
words,
actually
kind
go
words.
on and on with all the accolades you have and the personality you have.
Not at
You
all.
are an icon for all youth to look up. To
Thank
be
you so
someone.
much.
You're an inspiration, Dada.
Thanks
And
a lot.
welcome to the podcast and sharing this platform with you. I'm honored. Absolutely honored.
No, it is all, the pleasure is mine. And thank you for having me with you this morning.
So today we will not be talking about what Pandit is, what you are. Pandit Tanmoy Bose is. We are going to talk about when you were 7 years old. Back through your memory lane, when you started your music, your journey, you learned the music in different forms. You learned as a vocationalist also from Pandit Maharaj Banerjee. And you did your harmonium training also from Pandit Montu Banerjee. So after learning, every person has a dream that after learning a vocational training from such a Pandit, why didn't you think that you could have gone in a singing? Why to this? Why to a musician? Because it's very sad. Now you are in a bigger platform. To reach that platform had become a lot of struggles. But every person who wants a quick name, and singers are always upgraded, are always in that platform. They are well remunerated more. Though I'm not talking about the platform you're now, but through the struggle, what made you not go to as a singer and to become a tabla maestro?
it's a long story to cut it short. I got into music because of my mother. In my family, nobody was a musician, and art in any form was not taken seriously because my grandfather was a very well-known physician. He was the personal physician of Maharaja of Nepal. So he traveled with him, and his idea had everything to do with medical science, nothing to do with any form of art. So my mother was a singer.
Wow.
And she was not allowed to pursue music when she got married and came to our house. So I've always seen my mother very sad. And I started learning from my mom vocal music. And then from a very early age, I started learning tabla to develop my skill. You know, the tempo, the laya. That's how my talim started for tabla. And I always think that I probably is one person amongst many great masters, that age-old Bengali saying, Konish tuti tabla bajaye jatra dale 5 taka paye. We are there to prove it wrong.
Yes.
You know, and I feel very, very happy that it started from late 60s when Ravi Shankar ji introduced the great Ustad Allah Rakha Khan Sahib, and then our gurus, Pandit Kanai Datta, Pandit Shankar Ghosh, all Bengalis, Chatur Lal ji, Mahapurush ji, then of course Zakir Bhai, Kumar Bose ji, Pandit Sapan Chaudhary, they took tabla to a different heights. And classical music, of course, is responsible for giving this platform to tabla. And Ravi Shankar ji was instrumental, bringing tabla in the forefront. So my mother wanted me to be a singer, and I still do. I sing, but I loved playing tabla. And my Guruji, Pandit Shankar Ghosh ji, asked my father that he has to pursue one. So jack of all trades
Master
will
of
not
none.
work.
Yes.
So I have to decide. So then my father had a discussion, and I thought tabla is interesting because I can integrate with any form of music. And I'm a very, very South Calcutta product. So I am born and raised in Gorihat. So
Your schooling is from South Point.
South Point. So
Then Scottish Church.
Scottish Church. So Gorihat was never Champs-Élysées for me. Gorihat was Gorihat.
Gorihat.
And Park Street was never Oxford Circus. Park Street was Park Street.
Park Street, yes.
So, 11, 12,
Yes.
that age, we would go and see films in Tiger and in Globe and then do whatnot with friends. So people, boys and girls who are raised in Calcutta will know what I'm saying.
Yes, I know.
So, but music has been my strongest passion. And I pursued it very, very seriously. And I'm very lucky to have my parents identifying that, yes, believing in me, that let him be a musician.
Be a musician.
Because I had no legacy.
Yes, yes.
But, and of course, my
especially
guru.
coming from that background and struggling your way through to become a musician was a big difficult. Because that time, any middle class family, either you become a doctor or an engineer.
And all my friends, most of them, at that time, would either go to Jadavpur or Kharagpur or
absolutely.
in Kanpur, or appear for plab and study in England.
Absolutely.
And then, get into internship in England.
Yes.
Many of my friends.
Yes, absolutely.
And I was still practicing, hoping that I'm going to make it big in music. But God has been so kind with the blessings of my parents, my gurus. I got noticed from a very young age by great masters. And my struggle was less, actually, because I would say because of God's grace upon me. So that's what it is.
That's very humble of you, Dada. Dada, I really want to know. Somewhere I read about you that you have gone a rigorous training with Pandit Kanai Dotto in the name Ganda Band
Shagird.
Shargit. What is
Shagird.
that?
See, Ganda Bandh Shagird, I became a disciple of Pandit Shankar Ghoshji.
Okay.
Ganda Bandh is this red
Oh.
thread
Okay.
that if the Guru thinks that you are worth
Okay.
carrying forward his legacy, then Guru will endorse you by tying this knot around
Wow.
your hand. And when you have this knot around your hand, being a Gandabandh Shagird of your Guru, then you are entitled to represent his
That gharana.
school and gharana.
Okay.
Legitimate representative of that gharana. Otherwise, just learning, you are not entitled.
Entitled.
So Ganda Bandhan is very important in classical music.
Okay.
So then you, on behalf of your Guru, you can make a statement about your school of music.
Wow.
Very important.
That's very amazing. And I really wanted to know the journey of Tanmoy Bose to Pandit Tanmoy Bose, how it happened, how the Pandit name came.
See, the title Pandit, there are three ways, as I was discussing with you before. Either it is a top enrollment with All India Radio,
Okay.
then you are entitled to use Pandit.
Okay.
A university, if you are a doctorate,
Yes.
PhD,
Okay.
on the subject that you
Okay.
are playing or performing, then you can use Pandit. And also, if you are a Khalifa of a Gharana, the Guru's son, that you can use Pandit or Ustad. When the students will confer upon you that he is our Ustad, he is our Guru, Pandit. Or else, a senior most musicians will start referring you as a Pandit. Then by age, slowly, when your fraternity will accept you as a learned musician, then you are entitled to use Pandit.
Pandit. That's
So
so,
you cannot
amazing.
just on your own
right.
write Pandit.
Pandit.
No. The senior most musicians has to first take a call and start referring you as a Pandit. So these are the four means of how you become a Ustad or a Pandit.
When you started your that music and tantra, that 2002 you started, you said that this fusion of especially the Western music with the Hindustani classical music, you fused it together and you made it, you wrote over there in one article I have read that it is your sadhana. You named it that it is not just a fusion, it is my sadhana to the music. So what was that journey and what was actually you were thinking about it? Why? And because you are from a very strict classical musical discipline and doing that fusion, what made you to do that? Or you have really hurted the sentiments of your gurus and,
No.
what was that?
See, the fusion first started in the 60s
Okay.
with Ravi Shankarji and Lord Yehudi Menuhin when they did East meets West.
West.
And then Raviji's endless collaborations with symphonies, with the great cellist, Maestro Rostropovich, and great masters of music. It started in the 60s. And then from 70s, Ustad Ashish Khan Sahab with Zakir Ji did Shanti, the first fusion band. Then came Shakti with the great maestro John McLaughlin, Bhikkhu Ji, L. Shankar Ji and Zakir Ji. And so this was never nothing new. What I did with Tal Tantra, I realized because I was a singer, I enjoyed folk music a lot. And I enjoyed my time with folk artists. You see, my philosophy till today, and I preach that with a lot of responsibility and humility, that one song which in way is my philosophy is Shohoj Manush Bhoje Dekh Nare Mon Dibbo Gane Pabire
অমূল্য নিধি বর্তমানে সহজ মানুষ. So that simplicity, that whatever you do, whatever you achieve in life, you see the folk artists, their way of life, they're always connected to the ground.
To the ground.
So
Absolutely.
when I was traveling as a young boy, I always saw the sacred music festivals, WOMED, all of these festivals, that folk artists from Algeria, from Tunisia, from Kenya, they'll come and perform, singing in Swahili, in their language, in French sometimes. We wouldn't understand their language, but that whole power of music. So I thought, I did some research. Only Purnodas Baulji and Pavandas Baulji were the two folk artists who traveled in the West in the 60s. And Pavandas Ji left in the 80s. So I started working with folk artists.
Wow.
And with jazz.
You took the folk, especially Dhamsha, Madol, and
Yes.
this you took in the global platform.
Yes,
As
yes.
Ridham Ajare was
My television
your
show.
television show.
And I started training these folk artists. And you will be happy to know that most of them are very well known now, folk artists. The one that I trained and started working with, the dhak player, got Padma Shri this year, Gokul,
Wow.
whom I spotted and I trained for 3 years. And I started performing with him all over the world. He played with Zakir Bhai in Master of Percussion. He played in Hollywood Bowl with me, and Anushka was conducting. You will see that clipping in YouTube. And Amjad Ali Khan Sahib. All of these great masters, were blown over hearing Gokul. And I trained him, and he got Padma Shri this year. So that's a great sense of achievement
For a
me,
teacher.
For a teacher, that I could see that how I identified his talent and how I trained him, groomed him, and now that he's in the world.
And you took this folk music to
Very
a
seriously.
different level, especially to an opera house also.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yes.
so-
I tell you, Karthik and Gokul, we took him to Shakespeare Theatre, which is in South Bank, on the banks of Thames. And Shakespeare Theatre do not have a microphone, do not have lights, all candle lit, even today. Okay. And Anushka and me, along with Ratul and Prasanna, with Gokul and Karthik Das. Full house, all English audience.
wow.
And it was all candle lit. No
Wow,
microphone.
amazing.
And Anushka was playing sitar, I was playing tabla and kanjira, and Ratul and Prasanna playing mridangam and kahun, and they performed.
Amazing.
Hollywood Bowl, you will see, all American audience. Gokul played, the audience went crazy. I was playing Bangla Dhol with him. He was playing dhak.
So, what was your experience? Especially, I could feel from your voice, from your eyes, and there is a glitter in your eye when you say that the performance. As a performer or as a composer and music director, what is the difference? What do you enjoy more?
I enjoy the most being a teacher.
Okay.
You see, the philosophy of my life is empowering others and paving the way for others to shine. Has to be the motto of any successful person in any field. You are such a successful entrepreneur, such a successful person, a doctor. If you don't encourage young people
True.
to come forward, who will? So when I see my students, I feel responsible. When you get into a Ivy League college or John Hopkins, you know that you are going to get recognized.
Absolutely.
So what if I go to learn from a great guru? The guru has to ensure the path for the student to shine. It's same like getting into Stanford or Berkeley or wherever, in Oxford or Cambridge or John Hopkins or Columbia University. You have to know. See, it's lucky because I feel so lucky. I was 21 when I started traveling abroad. And I have always been playing with the greatest masters.
Masters. Yes.
And the artists of my generation who had been stalwarts.
When you were 20, you played with Pandit Ravi Shankar.
Ravi Shankar ji I played from 97.
Okay.
But I started with Ustad Munawwar Ali Khan Sahib, who is one of the greatest singers, son of Ustad, the great Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahib. You know, he identified and asked my father that if I could go and travel. I was 21 then. And so I know how much it takes for a young boy to get into tread this path. So I enjoy the most being a teacher. So I can shape a life, a young mind. I can train a young mind. And I have almost 15, 20 students who are tremendously good. 5, 6 of them are national scholarship holders. And they are pursuing classical music seriously in today's time.
That's what. In today's time, it is very, very important.
When the attention span is 10 seconds.
So less. And the worst part is everything is auto-tuned. Everything is auto-tuned.
Absolutely.
Be it singing, be it music, be it everything. So standing now, the future of musicians, especially that classical Hindustani music and our tradition is almost getting lost because you don't think so?
No. Why? Because AI will never be able to perform on my behalf.
That is true. That's
Because
very true.
that manual touch, that imagination, that our lives are technology driven. It is true, acceptable. But ChatGPT can only create a biodata or create an essay or do a construction of a symphony, but cannot
the
construct a
struggle
raga.
for you to become in this strata was not easy. So how many people they have that endeavorance? Because it is in crore. One become Pandit Tanmoy.
Shita,
1 in crore they become.
the struggle, I don't know, as you said very rightly, it's tremendous struggle. But my belief is,
Today's generation, everyone wants to make fast money. Fast, they want to get established. Fast name, fast things. But that struggle,
I tell you something, it's my own understanding of life. That in every profession, there is a X factor.
yes,
There may be 20 dentists. They passed out together with you. Why are you special? You don't know yourself. How you could achieve what you achieved. That X factor. How you talk, how you dress, how you present yourself, what is your vision, how much strength you have in mind that I want to pursue this and only this. And then you shape your life your way, watching others, that this might be the right way, then you try. You fail and then you get up.
true.
Don't lose hope and try again. So that X factor makes you successful. I learned from the same guru. I passed out from the same college. Why I am not successful as he is? Because he has something more than just coming out of that college or just learning from that guru. He has that X factor, which has got nothing to do with the college or the guru.
True.
It is
Absolutely.
up to you.
It's up to oneself. So again, coming back to your music, so you are not only a tabla maestro, you are absolutely a impeccable music composer, a music director. So you have directed a lot of music in different movies, in theaters. So what is your take in that? That again, I come to same, that as a performer or as a music director, which one would you choose more?
I will see what is the role of a music director. The role of a music director is that you have to speak the same language or the unspoken words in the screen The music has to say those words. That is why Pother Panchali is still history.
Still history, absolutely.
You see, that is why Jalsa Ghar is still history. You see, so a music director has to understand the film, has to understand the script, has to understand the camera. Then he can create music which will be timeless. It is not about, আমি music করে দিচ্ছি. It is matter of 15 days.
Yes.
It cannot work. So I work very less, very few. If you see, I am very choosy, and because as I said, I enjoy teaching. When I'm here, trust me, I spend so much time with my students because I want to see that each one of them excel. So I get very little time. So my performances are also there. My Tal Tantra is also there, classical performance. And then some projects which are dear to me, which I believe in, I work in those. But I prefer to be a performing musician more.
Especially the accolades what you have got throughout your life, nationally, internationally.
It's God's grace, truly, Moon, I tell you, to play in such world-class venues. Carnegie Hall, Royal Albert Hall, Boston Symphony Hall, Walt Disney Hall, Hollywood Bowl. I can name like endless. Theatre du Champs-Élysées, where Napoleon Bonaparte used to watch plays. Ravi Shankarji was the only Asian musician to perform there. And Theatre du Champs-Élysées is on Champs-Élysées, near Arc de Triomphe. The seats are like, it's gold plated with gold.
Wow.
Even today in Paris. So to play there, you are experiencing history.
History, absolutely.
And I'm so lucky. I always thank God that I have seen the world through the eyes of great masters. I'm not a pushy person. I am not a very imposing human being as a character. I want to keep quiet. And I don't go out frequently. I stay at home. I do my work. Spend time with my students. I practice. I see cinema and listen to music. So I always thank God that in spite of all this, I get the right forum, the right, whatever you say, I meet the right people, because I believe that if this
Because
has
you
to happen to
create
you, it will
magic with
No, but
music.
it will happen to you
Absolutely.
if it has to happen.
Yeah.
You do your work.
Might be in your music, many people get solace. Many people, that healing is there. Music is a part of healing.
absolutely.
It's a mental health also.
Absolutely.
Now doctors, everyone is telling, get into the music, listen music, because it is good for mental health.
Moon, I'm talking about almost 20 years ago. Me and Rashid, we were touring Japan. And a friend of ours, Hiroshi Nakagawa-san, is a flautist, learned from Hariji for many years. So he said, Tanmoyji, I want to take you somewhere that probably you will like. 25 years ago, actually. So he took me, we were in Kobe. So he took me to a cattle breeding place where shakuhachi is being played. And there are thousands of cattle. Kobe beef is world famous. So then Hiroshi-san said, they listen to music, they give more milk.
Wow.
And their meat is so widely accepted all over the world because something there, the music has an impact on them. The cattle, the
amazing.
cows.
That's so amazing.
20 years ago, 25 years ago in Kobe.
So amazing.
So mental health, you are a doctor. I am in no position to give you GAN. I will not, never. But my understanding is there are certain things which I don't accept myself. One is, probably it's the same with you when you were growing up or we were growing up. Our counselors were our Thakuma, Pishima,
Exactly.
Didira,
Exactly.
Dadara. So that is missing in a child's life today.
Now everything is a very nuclear and
a teacher
very-
is not allowed to scold you.
Yes, Absolutely.
That's Occidental thought process.
I have got so much of beatings in my life, especially.
That changed you. shaped you.
Absolutely shaped me.
If my
It is also
teachers were not there,
required.
that is absolutely necessary. The father would scold you. The mother will report
Yes.
what you are doing to your father. Your teachers will beat you up.
Yes.
I believe in that school because I see myself. If I would not have gone through that, I would not have been.
That's
what I
why
am today.
maximum young generation are into addictions. When we were young, we have not even heard about drugs and things like that. Yeah, people used to drink and smoke and things like that, but drugs were not prevalent. Now,
We did not have the time also.
yeah, we never had the time. We never thought about it. Now you see, it's so sad that outside every school there are peddlers.
So,
It is so dangerous. It is so dangerous.
but the answer is art in
Yes.
some form.
Yes.
Because I can say this with a lot of responsibility that when I was growing up, a lot of this was there, present. You know, that influence, outside influence. But I got saved because I had music. I had no time. I have to come back from school and practice or go to Guruji's place
Guruji's
or
place.
other Guru's house.
Yes.
You know, I had no time to
True.
go and free time to play and do whatever. I had no time. So I do a lot of counseling to my students, my boys, you know, because, and it works. I talk to my students, their parents, that I am an old school person. So I have to scold.
Absolutely.
And
It
you
is
have
so
to
much
accept
required.
it.
Yes.
You have to accept it. And they do. And I get results. You hear my boys, most of them are very, very well trained. They practice, they do very well. They play well. And I get the results.
Yeah.
You know, so life, I think all of us, for any of us, you know, if we do not share our experience with the next generation, even if they don't like it,
We are not shaping the next generation.
then
We are not shaping well.
life is not complete.
Not complete.
It's
Absolutely.
not full circle.
Absolutely.
My belief is that, and I am a strong God-loving person. I don't fear God. I love God. So I don't do things fearing that God is going to curse me. I do things that knowing that God is going to love me
Love
more. So that is my principle. My friends sometimes tease me that I sound very old sometimes, but I love it because I feel a strong sense of responsibility. Life is, I have seen the world. I've stayed in England. I've stayed in America. I've worked there, traveled widely. I know what is most important is how you see yourself and how you know, you settle your mind with utmost peace and sanctity of your thoughts.
True.
If you are restless,
Nothing is going to work for you.
nothing for anybody
Anybody.
who is following you.
Absolutely.
So that's my philosophy, and I'm very happy with that.
Tanmoy, I would like to know about you have done acting also.
No.
So you're an actor also.
No. Now you are, you know, getting into a zone. You are teasing me. I'm not an actor. What happened is very interesting, actually. The great Torun Mojumdar calls me. And I thought he is asking me to play music for his films. Shivaji Da used to do music for all his films, right? So I played in backgrounds couple of films of Torun Mojumdar. So he calls me. If you met him, you will know. Very, you know, strong personality.
We say in Bengali, Rajbhari.
Rajbhari with a strong, very heavy voice.
Yes.
আপনি একটু আসতে পারবেন? আপনি. And he's like, হ্যাঁ আসতে পারব। Film division-এ আপনি একটু আসবেন 12টা থেকে 4টের মধ্যে। I went thinking that he is going to offer me some
Offer
music
work.
So he says, আপনাকে একটু অভিনয় করতে হবে। I said, আমি অভিনয় করতে পারবো না। আমি তো পারবো ভেবেই তো আপনাকে ডেকেছি, এমনি এমনি তো ডাকিনি। যান গিয়ে জামা কাপড়ের মাপটা দিয়ে আস। Won't listen to me. And then I acted in this film, and I have fondly remembered those things. I have pictures of Torun Kaka shooting with his camera,
Okay.
and I am on the floor acting. So whatever, but my television work has been very rewarding for me. I had been working for television talk shows with my personal talk shows and other reality shows. And I think television is a great medium, and I have benefited out of it largely. And my television guru, Rahul Purokaisto, who is not there anymore, he comes to my house and says, আপনাকে তো টেলিভিশনে কাজ করতে হবে। I said, but I have never worked in television. He says, আমার তো মনে হচ্ছে আপনি পারবেন, আপনি এত সুন্দর কথা বলেন। আমি কিন্তু কথা বলি। Then you know what he said? আপনাকে 15 দিন সময় দিচ্ছি, একটা আয়নার সামনে আপনি কথা বলবেন খালি বসে বসে।
Just groom yourself.
Groom yourself. And I did. You know, নমস্কার, জয়গুরু। আজকের সকালে আমার অনুষ্ঠানে আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আজকের সকালে আমার সঙ্গে exactly the way you said.
Yes.
I did, and then Rid Majare happened.
Wow.
And before that, Rocky Rupam Tale Tanmoy happened.
Yes.
You know, with Rupam Islam
Yes.
and me.
Yes. Yes.
And then several other, then Saregama happened.
Yes.
But those were like me as a musician. But this talk shows happened with me as you're sitting in your chair. And I benefited because of my personal relationship with all the musicians.
Yes.
From Bapi Lahiri to Obijit Da to Kavita Di to whoever you name. I had like almost 300 episodes and very, very successful, even today. So that helped me. And I do Shanchalona for some television shows even today, whenever I am here and I get time. So yeah, I benefited doing this because I love camera and I love the studio space.
And I can see you're so fluid. You're absolutely fluid. I don't have to ask questions. You are paving me through it.
I
You're
loved
absolutely
getting into your zone. I loved seeing his work and her work and your decor and you. It is so beautifully done. Your space here is a delightful experience.
Thank you.
For me to
Thank
be
you for that,
coming
Tanmoy.
here for that, you know. for
But now
your
I'm
show.
going to ask you something very, very interesting.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask you about it. I'm going to ask you something. What is the present scenario you feel, especially for the artist, musician, because you had worked for the films and the film industries and everything, and now the film industry is going through a lot of Tollywood industry going through a lot of turmoil and the news which is coming. So what do you think now? Will there be a big change and new opportunities for people? Because to tell you truth, it's very, very sad that especially people are going outside Calcutta for work, be it film industry, be it any professional industry, be it any industry, because they are going to get more remunerated outside. What the remuneration they get outside, they do not get over here. So do you think that is going to change, or what you feel the perception of today's?
I have no knowledge about the film world much, but I think change is for good, I'm sure. Whatever is happening.
We are hoping for good.
Yeah. I'm sure the change is for good because there are some responsible artists
Yes.
here. So I'm sure they're going to do good to their fraternity. But as far as music is concerned, classical music is concerned, see, classical music has nothing to do with any specific region. So, you know, I have audiences all over the world anyway. And even in other parts of India. So, you know, I am not dependent on Bengali music industry. You know, Even though I have worked largely for a considerable amount
True,
of time.
but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Tollywood industry as large, because the remuneration what they get, the Tollywood people over here, it is not even 1/10 of what they get in Mumbai, or
Is it?
it is. It is. So the research tells, because I'm not from the industry, so the research tells.
I'm sure then,
So-
as a matter of fact, I think is about the time will speak,
Yeah.
because there is some experience.
And in fact, the
artists there.
South industry is much bigger.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's much bigger.
It's
It's
much, much,
huge
Much more lucrative and
and
well-paid.
rewarding and everything. It is.
Absolutely.
But the saddest part is the culture, the movies, everything came from Bengal.
Of course, absolutely.
The best of the artists are from Bengal.
Absolutely.
And we are in a devastated state.
Absolutely. You see, the artists also has to take the responsibility.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, that's true.
You
That you have taken a very big responsibility of shaping new artists, new people. People are getting national awards under you, getting trained from you. It's a very big thing. But then the mentality, the Bengali mentality, what we have, they say it's a crab mentality, that you also don't let grow and don't let the others grow. Is working over here, and that's why we are feeling that
I
devastated.
don't agree. I don't agree to that. As I said,
Because
whoever-
you being an exception to the rule,
No, but
it's
there
not.
are many, Moon, there are many great artists in classical fraternity. There are many great artists who excelled in their own respective fields. As for the film industry, I think if you have the quality and if you deserve, you are going to get your dues. You are never going to get unnoticed. Ritu Pornuda, again a South Pointer, did all his films sitting in Calcutta.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Satyajit Babu did all his films sitting in Calcutta.
True.
Minal Babu did all his films. Tapun Singho did all his films. Minal Sen, Torun Mojumdar Babu, all of these great masters, Ritik Ghatak Babu, they all did great.
Great. Sitting here.
Whatever you see, the history of Indian cinema was created here, sitting here. So I think it's also upon the artists
Upon the artist.
that you have to shape, you have to grow bigger than you think you
Think you are.
are in
Absolutely.
your thought process.
True. True.
If you settle for less, you are going to get monkeys.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No?
True. True. Absolutely true.
You have to, I think you have to think bigger. That's what I strongly believe. And if you are not successful, then you have to accept and have the courage to know that you do not deserve that. You are a successful person yourself. You know that you are successful. So there is immense confidence in you because you know you are a successful person. But anybody who is unsuccessful and no point criticizing you, oh, she could do it or he could do it because he has the connections, he has the money. I have the connections. I build it myself.
True.
You don't have the connections, that is your problem.
Problem.
You don't deserve
Absolutely.
it then.
Absolutely.
The same in the film industry, same in the music industry. Pave your way out.
True.
Taina, don't
Actually,
complain. And don't settle for less.
Yes, yes, absolutely. One thing I really want to know, that you are a multifaceted person. Now coming to something out of the box you did for yourself. You became an entrepreneur for a chain of food.
No, that's again.
Wasabi. So that's something out of the box. When Calcutta didn't have any Japanese
food, yeah.
food, you got that flavor over here.
Correct.
Now everything is growing like a mushroom. But those were the days. It was only wasabi was the place of any Japanese food.
Correct.
So, what was your take in that? What you have thought to open? Because it is nowhere related to music.
Not at
so
all.
nowhere yours honor. What made you do that? Something different.
A sensitive person, there is a saying in music. Ki what is a mark of a sensitive, special, successful human being? So, kahavat is this, that rag rasui pagri. Rag, love for music. Rasui, love for khana pina.
Yes.
And pagri, love for attire, dress. So whoever is a successful man or a woman will have these three qualities.
Yes, you have that.
Khane ka pasand honi chahiye. So no, but I was traveling to Japan when I was fairly young, in my 30s. And I had a couple of Japanese students then. My best friend was Japanese, who passed away last year. I loved the cuisine. I loved the origami. And I loved the interior decor of their house, the food, the dress, the discipline, the sense of dignity that they would carry. I loved the culture overall. So I always thought that I have to do something
to get that piece over here.
And not very expensive, so that young boys and girls would come and experience. When I opened Wasabi, Raviji was very happy. And I got Anushka to come over and open my restaurant. With a friend of mine, we partnered. Me, Bonna, my wife, and Debraj. You won't believe it, for a year, I will go almost once or twice a week whenever I was here and visit the tables, people who were eating. Whenever I would see a young boy or girl, I will give him a pair of chopsticks and tell him or her, learn to use the chopsticks. If you can eat a sushi or a teriyaki or a tempura with the chopsticks, this food is free for you.
Wow.
And trust me, some boys came back, learned how to use a chopstick, and I served them free food.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I was very, very happy when I saw that, a culture is now getting in there. So I said, watch Japanese films, try and find out what is origami, try and find out their what is Japanese festivals, their dress, the land of the rising sun, what is koto drumming, what is taiko, all of this, what is samurais, how are they trained. I would talk to them. So that was my whole idea of Wasabi. That was an extension of my, extension of my dream.
Wow, that's amazing.
Passion.
Passion.
But I felt that I have the courage to dream. And if it is not successful, that's fine.
Absolutely. It's one life. You do it.
But I want to do and think. Today, it gives me a lot of satisfaction. Thinking that people come and the consul here, Mr. Masayuki Taga-san, he was the consul general of Japan here. He was a very dear friend of mine. He helped. And now the vice consul here, he's a master of sushi making. So I'm planning to do a sushi making festival in Wasabi now with him. So it is more of a passion thing than a business, because I felt I'm doing service, getting a great culture introduced to young people here.
That's amazing.
The history of Wasabi.
That's amazing. That's amazing story. And I feel as saying goes, that life is one, you should explore everything. You should never have
Only
regret.
you know the name of my foundation. It's Tabla dot Inc. And many people will come to, Dada, because apni to tabla bajan, tabla dot Inc. Khub sundar naam hoyeche. And which is not true. Tabla dot Inc. means Tabla,
Tabla.
Tanmoy and Bonna Liberal Arts.
Wow.
So it worked out. It suddenly came to my mind. So my Tanmoy and Bonna Liberal Arts is Tabla.
Tabla.
So I named it, my foundation is Tabla dot Inc. INC.
Wow.
And so people are, Dada, apni to bado baji hai, apni which is not true. Apni abar restaurant korche, na kori ni bhai. And they will not like Japanese food anyway.
Yeah.
So, come on.
So it was great knowing you, great talking with
Great.
you.
Thank you for having me
Tanmoy.
with you.
It was amazing. I mean, how this minutes went away, I didn't realize.
And by the way, I keep coming to your office quite often. And I wish I didn't have to come so often. But I do, actually. Because all
And
my
I wish
doctors
next
have
time when you come, you don't come as a patient. You just come to chat with me.
I will.
Because
I will, surely.
just sharing a space with you is so amazing. You're full of life. You're full of energy.
Thanks a lot.
When talking to you makes other person so happy. And I know rest of my day will go amazing.
Yes, thank you. I just want to end this session with this is a very auspicious thing for you and also for me to be with you. So this is Stuti Varnana penned by Raviji about prayers to all the great deities. It's Tintinna Trakatinna, oh Nana, Dindinda, Tintinna Trakatinda, Om Gam 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 Shri Ganesha, Om Brahma Vishnu Mahesh, Namo Namo Mata Saraswati, Dagana Datit, Genatit, Ragatal Surle, Namo Namo, Surnara Muni Gunijana, Namo Namo, Bajat Mridanga Veena Medichang, Nidatakarata Brahma Tiru Kataranga, Tatunga Takatunga, Tatunga, Digditunga, Tatunga Takatunga, Tatunga, Digditunga, Tatunga, 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 Da, Tatunga, Tatunga, Da, Tatunga, 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 Da. Long live you and long live your show. And
Wow,
thank you for
wow,
having me
thank you,
here.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. It's an amazing episode. I have really no words to say for the finishing line because I'm so touched and I'm still in that mood. So thank you everyone.